Happy Tuesday here from JAS Land Rovers. We're working on this lovely Range Rover Sport SVR today. We've already made a start. We've got lots of bits of exhaust and underside off. So yeah, completely messed this video up already, so while you stare at my face, I was meant to be telling you about the job we were doing, which was replacing the rear main oil seal on the engine, which was supposed to be pretty straightforward. However, it does say Range Rover on the bonnet, so... Okay, update time. It's I'm just gonna have my dinner. It's about 2 o'clock. This job is not going as planned. Not even really halfway there yet, all because of this nut. That used to be a nut. It's now a very troubled up, trashed nut. Woof, dinner time. Okay, back to work. So these are the two catalytic converters and downpipes. Those, or one of those, is what was held on by that damaged nut, which was just up here on this thread. Doesn't look too bad to get to right now, but if you imagine that whole catalytic converter in the way, it was a challenge. Next, we've got to get the bolts out of the flex plate, which holds the torque converter onto the flex plate, and then get the gearbox out. All right, so there's the gearbox. That's the torque converter that I was taking the bolts out of, which means that in here, that's the back of the engine. You see the crankshaft right in the middle. I've already taken the rear main oil seal off, which is just in my drainer there. So, next move is clean it up, put it back together. We'll just do a quick run through the parts that came off as well. So it's kind of interesting, at least roughly in the order that they came off to access where we had to get to. So you get the intake T-piece, the fan, and then the rear toe cover, the bit behind the rear toe cover, exhaust brackets. And you get more exhaust brackets, the transfer box or gearbox transfer box, cross member, the exhaust itself just over there. We've got the cloths on the tailpipes, just to protect them when they were coming out of these holes in the bumper, just to stop them scratching everything. These are the motors that give you extra loud exhaust because it's an SVR. Then we've got some heat shields, some more heat shields, then the cats and downpipes. They were the ones that I was struggling to get that bolt, the nut off. Starter motor, some of the oxygen sensors or lambda sensors from the exhaust, torque converter bolts, flex plate, and then the belt housing bolts. Engine and gearbox under trays came off at the start of the job. Oh, and obviously, I think I showed you before, but the gearbox with the transfer box on the back. Just super quickly, that's one of the special tools to refit the rear oil seal and the plate with the seal fitted. Next stage. That's the other special tool used to align, fit the rear seal, and then we torque all those bolts up, or just those 4, to 11 Newton meters. All right, day 2, super quick updates because I do need to get on, but that's the flex plate back on, and all 10 of those bolts torqued up. Now just take the locking tool out and carry on. Okay, ready for the gearbox to go back in now. I've just cleaned up these dowels, the 2 of them, and also cleaned up the hole they go into in the gearbox. Put a bit of grease in there and in there. It just stops them getting seized on in the future. Makes it a little bit easier to fit as well, but yeah, stops it getting stuck on. I also, do you remember the nut that I struggled with yesterday? That went on one of these studs on the exhaust manifold. I have actually taken that one out and cleaned the threads up in the exhaust manifold. We've got another stud coming for there because I wasn't really happy with it. So when that's here, we'll put that back in. But for now, it's get the gearbox in. All right, update. Gearbox is in. Starter motor's in up there. Got this downpipe and the cat just in there loosely. Same on this side, in there loosely. You've got all the gearbox oil cooler pipes, the first oxygen sensor, all the wiring all clipped in. Yeah, been cracking on because, like I say, I need to get on with this one now. Next, it's looking like I think I need to get the downpipes actually torqued up, but to torque them up, I need to get them situated correctly, which means they need to be up there somewhere. So that's next. All right, again, just quickly then, that's the gearbox pretty much fully in. Cat's on and tightened up. Gearbox cross member on.
Are you freaking idiots to take it?
And Liam's over there. Next job, I'd actually forgotten. I need to fit this rear exhaust hanger before I can fit the exhaust. I've kind of been putting it off, kind of forgetting it because it looks like it might be a bit of a pain, but I've got this snapped off bolt in the subframe, so I need to drill that out and then fit the exhaust hanger. It'll look like a new version of that when we're done, and then I can fit the exhaust. Right, another bit of a mission. That's drilled out finally, and new clamp, new bolt in there. Had to helicoil it in the end actually because I couldn't quite get the bolt out entire, the bolt out, just the bolt out, so I had to helicoil it. But now getting the exhaust on. When the exhaust on, I'm nearly there. Okay, that's pretty much back together. Just checking oil level because you lose them when you take the seal off, and then we will start it up. Yep, that's it running. Just SVR noises. All right, so no leaks yet, which is good. That's where we would be looking, right at the bottom of the bell housing. That's what was leaking before. So next will be leave the undertrays off, go for a road test, get it back on the ramp and recheck. Right, that's that, all done, not leaking. Just thought I'd show you the one thing under this engine, under this bonnet that's cool, and so it's an option on some SVRs. Actual carbon fibre bonnet. And a carbon fibre engine cover. So that is another one done. We've got a couple of days off now, me and Steph, going to London to see some music. Other people are still here, Rebecca's still here in the office, and still working while we're away. SVR rear main oil seal, finally done. Yeah, that's it then. So staring at my face again. Thanks for watching, everyone. I appreciate it. It's a bit of a longer video, but if you like this sort of content, I'll try to do some more. Bye.